What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, a little soon after the last one, but this time it's because I got a neat project that I put together that I want to show, and it is right here. This is my reverse sleeper PC. You can't see the top of it, but this is my reverse sleeper PC build. It's built in a brand new case. It's a Thermaltake Versa H22 because it's got front drive bays. And in terms of accessible front I/O, we have a floppy drive and a card reader, which the card reader does not actually, well, card reader in theory works, because here we have a 16 gigabyte CF card, and we can just plug it in there and push it in, and it like goes in, and then we can pull it out. Oh god. We have a IDE DVD-ROM drive, and at the bottom we have another compact flash slot, which you'll find out what that's for later, but for right now we're going to eject it and put it back in its little CF case for right now. Now, as for hardware, if we rotate the chassis and then lower the camera a little bit and take off the side panel, you can see the hardware. So, excuse the glare, I swore I fixed it, but I guess I didn't, so let me see if I can't. Well, whatever. Unfortunately, actually, let me, put something. There, that'll work. So, in terms of the system I've put together here, this is a Asus, I believe. I don't remember what model of board. Oh, there it is. This is an Asus P2L97 slot 1 motherboard that I actually found in my basement. I don't remember where it came from. All I know is that I found it with a 300 megahertz Pentium 2. Let me see if I can. Nope. I found it with a 300 megahertz Pentium 2. And that the board works. So I decided, why don't we put together a simple PC build kind of thing. So I dug through my hardware, and here's what I put together. I did also buy a couple things for this build. Specifically, this is a, let me move the camera down. This is a Cooler Master 460 watt power supply that I bought from a local used computer store for about $25. It's modern-ish, so it's not gonna blow up like old power supplies most often do. Now, as you saw earlier, I have an optical drive. The optical drive is also a purchase from the local computer store because I actually ran out of working optical drives. So that optical drive is a DVD burner. I paid $20 for it. It's got a go eject motor, and it opens and closes okay. So I think that was a good price. In terms of memory, I went through my collection of RAM and decided we're gonna go with, hang on, maybe. Can't actually tell if you can read that, but this is a stick of 128 megabytes of crucial SD RAM. I figured we're not going to need much more for this system since it's only a 300 megahertz Pentium 2 anyway. So, installation. Memory installed. For graphics, because this is an AGP board, let me refocus the camera. This is an AGP board, but it has no onboard graphics. So, I went back to the local computer store. Actually, this was all bought at once, but for $10, according to my receipt that I have here, for $10 at the local computer store, I went and picked up this. Now, if you recognize this card, you know that it's fucking horrible, but for Windows 98 and Windows 2000, like all the shit games, it's good enough. This is a GeForce FX 5200 with 128 megabytes of VRAM. Yeah, it's not great, but for Windows 98, absolutely overkill. So, that just goes in here like so. If I can line it up with the AGP slot. There's that. Also remove the... This is a modern case, so it comes with a fancy bracket thing. And then I got some screws here. So we got some screws. Let me just screw in the card. So I've gone ahead and screwed the card, and everything went horribly wrong off camera. But like I was trying to say, this system is not being built for the first time live on camera, because you can see I still have the IDE plugged in. This is just a... I had this pre-built before I started filming, but I took some of the cards out just so I could show them better on camera and stuff. This system just kind of sucked to cable manage and wire, and screwing that board in on camera would suck, so whatever. But another thing this computer does not have is network cards. So for a total of, I think it was like $5. No, it was $4 from the same local computer store. I bought this. This is a Intel Pro 1000. You probably can't read that. Yeah, there we go. Intel Pro /1000 GT desktop adapter. As far as I can tell, this does gigabit, and it also has a built-in PXE boot ROM, but I don't need it for that. I just need it for networking. So, tap the board. So this just installs right here. The PCI slots on this board are kind of, like, they're really tough. Like, not a lot of things have been plugged into them over the years. Oh, hang on. There we go. And then screw that in too with my screwdriver. Just like that. That could probably be moved up a little bit actually, so just lift it up and finish screwing it in. Now, in terms of sound, let me go get it. I'll be right back. So the other thing this computer doesn't have is audio. Unfortunately, I ran out of good PCI sound cards. So unfortunately, this isn't getting like an SB Live. Instead, it's getting this thing. This is an Asonic top ISA sound card that's compatible with Sound Blaster Pro, AdLib 2.0, Microsoft, Windows Sound System, Plug and Play, 95, 98, NT. It also does Windows 3.1, but as you can see on the back, they make a whole load of these things, Let me focus the camera on the text. There. As you can see on the back, they make a whole load of these things. And I have an Asonic Gold. So, you can crack open the box. I've had this for years, so the box was never sealed when I got it. Oops. But here's the card itself. It's a simple clone 16-bit ISA sound card based on the, let me focus that. I don't know if you'll be able to read that, but this is based on the ALS 120 chipset. It's absolutely nothing special. I wish I had a better, like, hardware accelerated sound card, but I don't have any more PCI sound cards. Good vintage sound cards cost a lot of money. That's also why I didn't get like a Voodoo for this. Voodoo cards cost a ton of money, and that's just money I don't have. So FX 5200 is good enough for me. Anyway, we take this ISA sound card and we put it in the ISA slot, kind of like this. Maybe. Hold on. There we go. And that just kind of goes in nice and easy. And we have another screw, so we can just screw it in. But now we have all of our expansion cards screwed in. We can put Thermaltake's little plastic doohickey back on. Maybe. Yep. Next we need to connect to the power supply, which power supplies still provide the regular ass 24-pin ATX even like 20 something years later, because this board is 1995. And this power supply is probably from like 2013 or something. Anyway, it's as easy as you take the cable and then you go and plug it in to the motherboard. And there you go. This cable's a little short, so it's not the ideal run, but it's got enough slack on it, so I'm not too worried about it. So now I can put my my screwdriver away. Just open the drawer, and then we can put the side panel back on. And put the thumb screws back in the case, which is as simple as screw them into the back. And there you go. The reverse sleeper is put back together. So I'm gonna plug everything in and we'll get started showing off the machine. Welcome back to the most delayed video on this channel. Last time you saw this computer, I had finished putting it together with all of its hardware components, but if you look closely, you may notice one of them has changed. That video card is not an FX5200. I have it right here instead, in my hand. Well, it wasn't an anti-static bag, but same difference. So this video got very delayed for a couple of reasons. First, there were reflection like sun glare issues. And also, I was trying to narrow down system stability issues. And then, I got distracted by a Netgear router, which will probably be making a video about this at some point, but not today. Today, we're talking about this thing again. So, the card that's in there is an SIS 303 305, which is a garbage, horrible card. And if you thought the FX 5200 is bad, it's literally 16 times better than this thing. I've also gone ahead and thrown in an extra 256 megabytes of RAM to max out this motherboard at 184 megabytes of RAM. You might be wondering, well, why would you put an inferior video card into this computer? The FX 5200, not of its own fault, but because of this motherboard, was causing system instabilities. It's a very, very, very deep rabbit hole of weird and complicated shit, but the short version is the voltage regulation on this motherboard doesn't provide enough amperage to the FX 5200, so the moment it tries to do anything complicated, anything fancy, so like 3D graphics or even high resolution, the card just gives up because it doesn't have enough power in it. So I needed a low power card. And when we're talking low power, this board can't even run like a TNT 1, because that's what the original thing was about. I'll probably put it on screen right here or something. Asus put out a message back in like probably 1998-ish, saying, yeah, this board can't run the TNT for XYZ. You can RMA it or you can fix it yourself. I'm debating doing the mod to fix this, but also I don't want to damage 20-year-old hardware. But anyway, that's why we got the SIS in there, and I don't know. After having crash after 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 crash, and just being unable to fix the FX 200, this entire fucking build has kind of taken it out of me. But so I wouldn't have found what I was looking for. But as a result of trying to troubleshoot it, I've gone ahead and installed Windows 98 on its final destination, which is a 32GB SD card in a CF adapter. You just plug it in like this, and then plug it in the front. Which, I can basically show you what that looks like. It's literally, I have a clip from the original take of this video that I'll probably just put in there. It's just a front-mounted thing, and you put it in, and it's good to go. So, I'll put this back together, we'll put it on the floor, and I'll show you what this so-called retro sleeper can do, even though it is very crippled by the SIS 305 card. Alright, here we are at the Flattron monitor, so let's turn on the computer and pray it actually posts this time. Oh my god, finally. I was having post problems with this yesterday. I think I didn't plug in the slot 2 Pentium in all the way. So there's 384 megabytes of RAM. Should pick up my hard drive. Yep, there it is, CF90 adapter. This comes up every time, and it's simply because if we go to power management, why is that reporting 14 volts? That's not good. Is this? I don't know. Either way, the main problem is -5 volts. This does not exist, so that's cool. Anyway, so now we have to wait for this to repost here. And there's Windows 98. This is installed with the SIS 305 drivers, and it's got the sound card drivers, but the sound out of this card is really hissy. The FM synthesizer, I guess, has a problem. Doesn't really give out clean audio, but it's good enough for what we're doing. This has my stupid network switch is causing me problems, so this is gonna take a minute. Oh, never mind. Come on. As you can see also, well, I don't know if you actually be able to see, but the image itself is pretty blurry even at this resolution. It's fine. I don't care. The SIS works. It's stable. Its 3D Mark score is horrible. It's like fucking 300 or something. But now we're in the system, so as you can see, the sound works. Hopefully you're picking that up. We can play a mod file. So I just have something random here. Oh geez, is that blurry? Hope it's not. Hang on. I'm gonna pray it's fine, but if not, this is gonna suck even more to edit. As you can see, audio works. As for games, my go-to benchmark game I like to play is Unreal Tournament, but because of how garbage this card is, this game runs not as well as I'd like it to, but at this point, until I figure out a solution, which is either gonna be do the mod, or get like a PCI video card or something, I don't know. Yeah, you can see there, it's choking. Even the menu chokes. So you just start a practice session here. This map's good enough. Right now it's running actually. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. That's not supposed to happen. Yeah, this ISA sound card gives me problems too occasionally, but oh, there we go. Yeah, once the action starts happening, once the action picks up, it just chokes. Not exactly what I'd want out of a Pentium 2 build, but I'm just done trying to fix this for right now. I can also do other things, like we have Intel networking, so you could go to like google.com, maybe. Oh, cool. Probably because we don't have an IP address. Yeah, we don't have an IP address. Renew. There we go. Now you can go to Google. You can do stuff in Google, like search up Windows 98. Yeah, it works. Cool. But in terms of other things to show, this system is just really underperformant, so it's not that spectacular of a system. But if you ever want to know what goes into putting together a system, there you go, I guess. At some point I'll probably film some other videos of like trying to run Linux on this or something, because that's the entire reason I have a front-mounted drive, is so I can pull it out, put it in a different drive, and not lose Windows 98. But that's all I got. Sorry if this video turned out to be really disappointed. I'm very disappointed with how this entire project turned out in general, but that's all I got. Thanks for watching. See you later.